By Central Michigan head coach Aaron Haney, for student athletes, Maddie Morrison, best of luck. Start with an opening statement from coach, after which please put your hands up if you have a question for our student athletes and hold your questions for coaches afterwards.
Yeah. Well, disappointing loss for how we started. Very proud of them. The first 2.5 quarters, we played Chippewa basketball, and then we let the game get away from us. Give Toledo credit for changing their defense up and got our offense stagnant. And we just weren't able to defend because we let our defense affect our offense affect our defense, excuse me. And we let them get up way too many threes. We weren't locked in as much as we should be in the second half, especially in transition. We knew they liked having that pitch back in transition for number one trailing. We went over that. And so just some of the stuff that we went over and prepared them for, and we weren't able to execute it in the second half. So a disappointing loss, but overall very proud of them, proud of their season for continuing to get better. And, we just stuck with the process. We're a very young team. For the game we talked about, we're not happy just getting here. We're not satisfied. We really wanted to get this W for our lone senior. But, credit to Toledo's experience, their vets, for finishing the game. And so we'll take a lot of learning lessons from this for next year.
What can you guys take from the loss today and kind of apply to next season as you guys look to go next season?
Putting the emphasis on the little things. I feel like we can do a better job of attacking, like, as we go into every game with a game plan, we just have to stick to it. We need to focus on the little things in the game plan too, a little bit more.
Yeah, like she said, they shot a lot of threes. A lot of them were not even contested. So just knowing your personnel and some of those threes really killed us. And then they did them back to back to back. So just being able to come back stronger next time and knowing your personnel, I think that's really a big emphasis we'll have during the summer.
What changed in their defense that you guys just couldn't seem to keep up with? What did they change that you guys saw in the second?
They were pushing in transition, and we're trying to go find our man instead of finding whoever has the ball, and the open person was shooting a three every time. So instead of just running back, we just have to find the open shooters and knowing our personnel and who can shoot the ball and stuff like that. So
I think we need to, we got stagnant when they changed their defense, and we had gone over it at practice. I feel like we can do a better job of recognizing how they're playing us and attacking accordingly. And then, like Crit said, not letting our offense dictate our defense. Yeah, my shots weren't falling, but that shouldn't affect how I guard them.
Now, how important do you think, Maddie, specifically for you, how important do you think it is to get an experience in a MAC or a MAC tournament early in your college career?
Very. I was kind of I didn't have very much experience when it came to team basketball going into high school. So it's kind of a similar feeling, just at a higher level. So being able to get to the tournament my first year instead of my second or third year like I did in high school, it's really, really big.
Coach, for you, talk about what this group means for you going forward as you continue to build a foundation for your program.
Yeah, this group, we talked about just now how special they are. And to have a winning program and a winning culture, you got to win in the locker room. So it's awesome to have our core group back. A lot of our players will hopefully be back. You don't know now with the portal. But we're very excited that we have such a young team with so much experience that is coming back. So we are going to just, lock in on the defensive end in the summertime and like they talked about, just focusing on using our practice guys and giving them situations for if they're a shooter. And I think in the summertime, we were just trying to get our philosophy for our defense. And now we know what we need to work on. And we can pinpoint and get better on the defensive end.
Maddie just talked about the bond with your teammates, what getting here with them meant to you and playing in this game.
Well, we call each other sisters, and it's like we don't use it lightly. Like we really mean it. I really love these girls.
No, we've been bonding since summertime, so it was really easy for us to just get along, and our chemistry came really fast, and just getting to know each other and how we play. Lisa's been and stuck here for 4 years, so we knew we had to get her here. That was our biggest goal, is get Lisa to Cleveland. So it wasn't the best ending, but we got her here, so that was huge for us.
Questions for our student athletes before we let them go? We'll go ahead and do that.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, from the beginning of the game, turnovers, again, like all season, and seem to play you guys a little bit. Why do you think the team struggled so much with ball security tonight?
I thought, it's the jitters, their first time coming to Cleveland. So we were kind of playing hot potato. And the most frustrating part is when we get a steal and then we turn it over, right? So some of that is not necessarily Toledo's defense, right? So we talked about we were shooting ourselves in the foot, but at times Toledo did influence us on the offensive end, and they did a good job guarding us. I thought they did a really good job guarding Maddie, just making it physical, making it tough for her to get her shot off. But overall, the last 2 years, right, we talk about turnovers and ball security. So we'll be honing on that in the summertime to get better at that.
Other than the turnovers, do you think the team's relative inexperience kind of played into the outcome today?
Yeah, I mean, you look at Toledo and they're a very, veteran team with experience, and we have a lot of young players, and starting 2 freshmen, we're young. So I think it has a little bit to do with it for sure. They've been here and done that, and have gotten to play on this court, and our players, this was the first time to step on the court was game time. We couldn't practice or anything and get shots up. So, we know what it's like to get here, and we'll be back next year.
Quick comment on Maddie's scoring record, just what that means for you as you're building the program, what that means for her as a player.
Yeah, what an amazing year Maddie had, and it wasn't a fluke. It wasn't lucky. She spends lots of time in the gym, working on her game, and what I'm most proud of is her 3-point. It was tough for her to get any shots off at the 3-point line today, but her 3-point has become more consistent, and that's just because of the hard work that she's put in outside of practice. To score that many points in a freshman year is pretty remarkable. And, she hasn't even hit her ceiling yet. So we're excited just to continue to get better in the gym and work on it.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks.